225 home runs were hit at the Home Run Derby in 2024. And the chatting average is here to tell you who's going to win the 2025 Home Run Derby. And I guess the All-Star game, but that doesn't matter. There really is. This is probably the only sport of the major four where, like, the secondary event, more people watch than the actual All-Star game.
There was a period where it was like that in the NBA when the dunk contest actually mattered,
Yeah.
but then people that mattered stopped doing it and people stopped caring about it, which I think after last year's, something I would have said I was concerned about being the future path for Major League Baseball, but then they put together an actually half-decent group of players this year, so maybe I'm not as concerned about that as I once was.
What, you don't like the G League players trying to dunk?
Not too much on Matt. Hey, not too much on Mac McClung. All right, be nice.
If I never hear the name Mac McClung again in my life, it'll be too soon.
Anyways, welcome back to the Chatting Average. We've got the first half of the season finished up yesterday. The Home Run Derby is tonight, and the All-Star Game is tomorrow. Well, you'll get to see your crappy team's best player, or your crappy team's like 8th best player that for some reason the commissioner's office said you're the All-Star for. And, you know.
You also get to see a guy that's only played 5 games in Major League Baseball ever.
Correct. The starters on Tuesday night are Skeens and Skubal. I think one of us said that. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I don't know. I feel like Zach Wheeler. You put Skeens out there just to be like, here's Skeens. He's gonna pitch.
He's the youngest player in baseball history to be the All-Star Game starter in back-to-back seasons.
He is the youngest person ever.
He is the youngest person ever.
There's a good chance. There's actually not a good chance. There is a small chance that he could go 5 innings and earn a win, which would just be his 5th all year.
Well, the problem with that wager is that if Skeens goes deep enough in the game to earn a win, direct quote from Adam Busak. Do you want me to finish this, or is this a secret?
I'm not sure I do want you to finish it.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, we'll let you guys discover it after it happens, because it will happen.
All right. It'll be on video, maybe.
How are we gonna make that work?
Before we get started, we're gonna go back to 2017, because looking for a bracket today, which will explain that there's no bracket on Derby yet because it hasn't been set. Looking for a bracket on Google today, I found the 2017 Home Run Derby bracket. We're gonna throw back 8 years and see if Adam can figure out the 8 players who participated in the 2017 Home Run Derby. Adam, who was the number 1 seed?
The 2017 Home Run Derby was in what city, John? Will you give me that? Are you comfortable giving me that? Because this will help me a massive amount. And full disclosure, the Home Run Derby is like a huge event in my family. Every year, my parents and I make a day out of watching the Home Run Derby. We grill hot dogs. It's a whole thing. I've got my hot dogs in my fridge right now. I'm grilling tonight. Excited for it. So I'm normally pretty tuned into the Home Run Derby. I think I'm going to do decent at this, but it would help if I could have the city.
Marlins.
Miami. Okay,
yep.
Miami. That year, 2017, Stanton still would have been there. He's got to be in the field somewhere.
Do you believe he's the 1 seed?
I mean, if he was at home, it would make sense.
He is the 1 seed. The 2 seed is a current teammate of Giancarlo Stanton.
A current teammate of John, okay. A New York Yankee. This was, if I had to guess, was this the year that Judge won?
Probably.
I believe he won in 2017. Beat out, it was Miguel Sano, wasn't it? I want to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3. That's 3 from this field.
Can you name the 3 seed?
The 3 seed. Oh boy.
Also a current teammate of Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge.
Another Yankee. Wouldn't have been Goldschmidt.
See, I thought that too.
maybe this was too early for Jazz. Rizzo's not around anymore. Would it have been like oh, when he was still with the Dodgers, it could have been Bellinger.
It was Bellinger, correct.
Okay. Okay.
The 4 seed, a Royal in 2017.
A Royal 2017 is after their window's pretty closed. They didn't really have a ton of sluggers on that World Series winning team. Maybe like a Eric Hosmer.
No,
He might have been in San Diego by then. Was it Moustakas?
it was Moustakas. Can
Okay.
can you tell me the 5 seed? Oh well, no, you did. The 5 seed is Miguel Sano. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I got to know. Okay.
The 6 seed.
The
Let me know
sixth seed
if you
in
need a hint.
2017, I believe, was from the Colorado Rockies, Mr. Charlie Black.
Correct. The 7 seed.
And this is the last one in the field that I don't know. This person would have matched up.
No, you need 2 more.
Okay.
This
The
person would have
7
matched
seed-
up with Judge in the first round.
7 seed would have had Judge in the first round. Give me a hint.
Actually, let's go to the 8 seed first.
Okay.
The 8 seed would have matched up with Stanton in the first round.
Okay. Was this the year that Gary Sanchez participated?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
El Gary.
now
Oh,
finally
He
the
played
7
Major League Baseball
seed.
this year.
The 7 seed in the 2017 Home Run Derby had an illustrious 5-year career with 4 different teams where he hit 92 home runs, most home runs in 2017 in his whole career with 25.
5 years with 4 teams.
5 years with 3 teams. I apologize.
Okay. What a weird career. And it wasn't like any sort of like scandal that cut his career short. He just wasn't that good.
Plus, I'm not going to lie, I got no idea who this guy is.
Okay. See, my
In
mind was
2017,
first
he was
go-
on Miami.
Okay, I was gonna say that's where my head would go because I assume like every year the home team has at least one participant, but they already had Stanton, so I didn't assume they would have a second one. If they did have a second one, from the 2017 Marlins, ugh.
From
This
George
was the
Mason
year.
University.
This was the year that they finished just shy of the playoffs. They had that late push after the death of Fernandez. Can you give me a position?
First base.
Was it Justin Bohr?
Correct.
Wow. Justin Bohr did the home run derby? I don't remember that at all.
I'm trying to see.
He
Can
must
I
have had a
find?
very
Oh, I
poor
can.
showing.
And mind you, Justin Bohr put up the second most home runs in the first round.
Really?
Judge beat him by 1. Judge had 23, Bohr had 22. The next highest was Gary
Wow,
Sanchez
okay.
with 17.
This is
Sanchez,
I'm starting to remember that now. Wow.
Sanchez knocked off the 1C Giancarlo Stanton in the first round.
So the number 2 home run hitter eliminated in the first round of the home run derby. That's something that we'll never see again.
Also, something that's so funny here is like Miguel Sano reached the finals. He hit 11 home runs in the first 2 rounds. Like 22 home runs, 11 in each. And Judge only hit 11 in the final round. All right. let's talk about current baseball. Cuz that just hurt my brain. Like 225 home runs were hit last year. There was like 7 hit in 2017 at the home run.
I don't think that's accurate. Anyway.
Which part?
Wow.
The 7?
Yes.
225 were hit last year. That is true. All right, we're into the the part of the show
I
now.
agree.
You know, we got the last series of the first half that we got to talk about here. Does anybody want to pick a league to start it?
Well, let's see.
I'm watching in the background here the MLB draft, which is going on right now, and the team that just drafted is the San Francisco Giants. Let's start with the National League.
The San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers at the Bay, in the Bay Area. The Fighting Mickey Doolittles win game 1, 8-7, with Dom Smith each having homers, and then Adames and Jung-Hoo Lee each have triples, which is kind of fun. Game 2, a 2-1 win for the Dodgers as Kim and Edman each have RBIs, and a 5-2 win on Sunday for game 3 and the series for the Dodgers as Rojas homers, and then the Dodgers score 3 in the top of the 11th. Colorado and Cincinnati. Colorado wins game 1. Man's 2-run homer and a wild pitch scores Goodman in the top of the 8th. A 4-3 win for the Reds in game 2 as Noelvi Marte homers, and in the bottom of the 9th, Benson has an RBI triple, and then he scores on a walk-off fielder's to win the game. And a 4-2 win in game 3 for the Reds as Friedel homers and Hayes and Steer each have RBIs. Milwaukee sweeps the Nationals in a 3-game set, 8-3 in game 1. A Yelich 2-run home run. Andrew Vaughn is back in the major leagues, and Churio and 6-5 in game 2. Bottom of the 9th, Vaughn has a 2 RBI double, and Durbin has a walk-off RBI single to win it. A 8-1 slam dunk win for the series sweep over the Nationals in game 3 as Churio with a 3-run home run, Terang a home, and Siegler with 2 RBIs. Atlanta and St. Louis, game 1, a 6-5 win for the Braves. A Murphy 2-run shot and a solo shot gets it done for them there. A 7-6 win in game 2 for the Braves as well. Acuna with a home run, Ozuna and Murphy each have home runs as well. And the Cards take it in game 3. They salvage the series 5-4 win as Jose Fermin has a 2-run shot and Contreras has 2 RBI. Phillies and San Diego Padres. A Machado homer wins it for them in game 1 with a 4-2 victory. A 5-4 win for the Padres. And then it's 2-1 win for the Philadelphia Phillies in the final game as Real Muto has an RBI double and Sanchez goes 7.1 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts.
With the 263rd pick in the 2025 Major League Baseball draft, the Pittsburgh Pirates select Jared Jones, first baseman, LSU. Looking at the first half standings for the National League, starting as we do from east to west, the Philadelphia Phillies are the top dog in the NL East, 55-41. They're half a game up on the Metropolitans of New York. The Miami Marlins, a surprise story this year. They are only 10.5 back, 7.5 out of a wild card spot. They're third in the division. The Braves fourth, and the Nationals fifth, 38-58. They are 20 games below 500 and 17 out of the division. In the NL Central, the Chicago Cubs are once again top dogs. The Milwaukee Brewers breathing right down their neck, just 1 game back. They currently hold a wild card spot. The St. Louis Cardinals at 51-46 are 6.5 games back, 1.5 games out of a wild card spot. The Cincinnati Reds also above 500. They're 7.5 out of the division, and the Pittsburgh Pirates 18.5 back. In the NL West, the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are reestablishing themselves as the second best team in baseball after a really bad losing skid, sit at 58-39. Behind them, the Padres 52-44. They currently hold a wild card spot. The Giants half a game out of a wild card spot. The Diamondbacks 11 out of the division, 5.5 out of a wild card spot. And the Colorado Rockies at 22-74, the worst team in baseball. They are 35.5 games out of the division.
The Rockies? Bad? No. How did that happen?
You just somehow send us a tweet while reading out the...
No, I sent that while you were reading.
Okay. I got the notification right as you finished. I was like, how did that happen?
I'm just a very, very skillful multitasker.
Okay. Stop. That's not true. Yeah. National League.
You look like the Dodgers Giants rivalry is still just as contentious. It feels like one of those rivalry series where you throw everything out the window and just like, all right, these two teams are just gonna get in a cage and brawl for the next 3 games. It sucks that it's not going to include Rafael Devers very much. He's nursing a spine injury or like some sort of injury where it's like completely taking him out of the picture. But
He's got a bad case of suckitis.
Sometimes you break your back for a team and they still trade you, and then that new team finds out you have broken back. So,
occasionally that does happen.
Yeah. Also, still just very funny that the Dodgers have to play Tommy Edman at third base now. Whoops! Old injured guy is old and injured. Wonder what we can do about that.
Maybe the Dodgers could trade for the other Max Muncy from the A's.
Yeah, that won't be confusing at all.
I'm just saying they could go out and get him.
He hits home runs too.
He does.
New Max Muncy. Like he's pretty. I actually don't know what his regular stats look like. They could always slide Jacob Wilson over to over to third base if needed too. I mean, the A's will probably trade anybody. Let's see. What's Muncy hitting right now? 220. Okay, all right.
Which Muncy?
The young one. I'm sorry. The one that was drafted by the Athletic.
Cool. Thanks for the clarification.
No problem.
Is
the Brewers are on a 7-game. Sure. Yeah.
Do we think Ryan McMahon is actually going to get traded, or is it just the Monforts are sitting on him like a dragon on a pile of gold? They will not get rid of him.
I mean, there's rumors swirling, but there's always rumors swirling about the Rockies. At one point, JP Morosi, who I will put on blast as my least favorite baseball insider in the entire sport, once said that in 2018, a year that the Rockies made the postseason, he once said that the Rockies were trying to actively trade 5 different starting lineup players. So every year there's rumors circling about the Rockies being sellers at the deadline, and every year it doesn't happen. Ryan McMahon could get traded. I'll be happy for him if he does. I am extremely skeptical about that getting across the finish line.
My question is why? Why not?
Exactly. And there's no reason not to. There's absolutely no reason not to. It's just, I mean, an issue that the Rockies tend to run into is because they're so insular, they're just not plugged into the way that a lot of other teams operate. And because they're not plugged into the way that other teams operate, they have a hard time reaching out to try and make trades happen. Right? And there was a couple of years ago, Trevor Story, of course, it was a big story that he didn't get flipped at the deadline in his final year in a Rockies uniform. And the reason he didn't get traded is because the Rockies had made a change at GM about a month before the trade deadline, and the other ball clubs just didn't know who to call. They just didn't know who in the Rockies organization to even contact, and that's the reason that Trevor Story finished out his career as a Rocky instead of, or walking as a free agent instead of being traded.
My thing is, how many teams need a guy who can, I get now he's playing third base and hitting as a DH, right? But he could play first base. He has before. How many guys need to? Yeah.
McMahon's a plus defender wherever you put him.
Right.
Wherever you put him, he's a Gold Glove defender.
How many teams need a corner infielder who's going to hit?
He can play second.
30-ish home runs, probably, maybe less. Probably 25 is a safe bet.
He's been a Silver Slugger candidate in the past as well. This is a guy with a lot of upside.
I just don't
wanted to trade him. There would certainly be a market for him. I just don't know if they're going to want to trade him, I guess is the issue. That being said, if they do trade him, I think they also need to flip Jake Bird, right?
Yeah.
And they probably also need to consider a lot of their kind of waiver wire pickups throughout the season of veterans that plugged holes, like in Orlando Arcia, for example. If you could get any sort of value back for him, that would be great.
Yeah. I don't know. You would think that they would trade more, but they just don't. Because it's nobody on this team is going to be on the team when they win. You know what I mean? Like if a new ownership team came in, they would sell off every guy at the deadline.
In theory, and
Most
there's some
guys.
young guys, like Michael Toglia, for example,
Right.
is somebody that could get flipped. There are some guys I think the Rockies have done a better job as of late in pushing up some of their higher level minor league prospects who, you know, could use some big league seasoning. This is something we saw a lot from the White Sox at the end of last year and are seeing a lot more of at the start of this season as well. This is what, you know, poor franchises have to do in order to bridge the gap, right? And you're pushing out a guy like a Yanquiel Fernandez, for example. Obviously, you saw it a little bit last year in like an Ezekiel Tovar or players like that at one point had a lot of hype around them and people thought maybe would be on the next good Rockies team. Well, the only way you're going to find out if they're going to be on the next good Rockies team is by playing them at the major league level and see if they stick.
Right.
In order to do that, you're going to have to get some of these veterans out of the room. No offense to Tyler Freeman, no offense to Thairo Estrada, but they have no place here.
Anything else in the National League?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee is on a 7-game win streak, 3-game sweep of the Nationals. Not hard to do, but it puts them in possession of their last 7 games. Have put them in possession of second place in the National League Central, and are one game back of the Cubs.
They're only one game back in the division. They're up in the wild card race. Like the Brewers are in a really good spot right now.
And I feel like we need to talk a little bit about Andrew Vaughn. I know, but still, he's had like what? How many games as a Brewer?
I was pulling it up. Let me look real quick for you. He has played 5 games as a Brewer. He has 6 hits, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs.
Like, come on. Are we serious? He's in a timeshare with Jake Bowers at first base. And I think both teams are kind of better for it because you let the ideally you let the White Sox see what Tim Elko has, and then that turned into Ryan Noda and Miguel Vargas and Lenin Sosa and a whole thing, right?
Well, so here's what I'll say from the White Sox perspective. Aaron Savale has pitched in 6 games for the White Sox, going 30.2 innings, so just a little over 5 innings on average. He has a 5.58 ERA, and the trade was still won by the White Sox because Vaughn will never be as good as what he's sitting at right now through 6 games, or 5 games, whatever I said. And we got paid to take Savale, so you take a cancer out of the locker room, and doesn't really matter.
I do think you're going to feel a little burned if you can't flip Savale for much at the deadline. He's not exactly playing himself into great contention. I think the White Sox starting rotation selling spree is getting really buoyed, and I don't want to spend too much time on an AL team before we get to the AL, but the Brewers have put themselves in a great position despite having to really, fill some big needs. Brandon Woodruff is back. Your rotation strengthened, and part of me wonders if the Brewers and White Sox could get back on the phone and somehow Adrian Hauser becomes a Brewer this season again. Like,
that's fine.
It could happen.
I'm just all I'm saying, right, is we are paying an $8 million contract to Savale, except we're not, because we got $2.15 million from the Brewers to help pay for it, which was the difference between his contract and Vaughn's. And I'm happy. I'd rather watch a guy give up 4 runs in a start than watch a guy swing at a ball 17.5 feet out of the zone. Good job, Andrew Vaughn. I'm glad you're enjoying your time in Milwaukee. You'll be great.
I guess we go to the AL now.
Well, Adam, who's drafting right now?
Currently on the board are the New York Yankees. The last pick
Oh.
that just went was the
Oh.
New York Metropolitans, the 283rd pick overall. They took Anthony Fabros from Lakeland High School, a shortstop.
Right, of course.
Right.
Both of those two teams are in the interleague this weekend, so we'll go to the interleague. Miami and Baltimore in a 3 set in Baltimore. The Orioles take game 1 5-2 as 7 Ks, no runs. Laureano or Hearn each have 2, and a 6-0 win for the Marlins in 7 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, and an Xavier Edwards home run. And Marlins take the series in game 3, 11-1. Goes 7 pitched, 3 hits, 6 Ks. Stowers has 3 home runs. John?
Stowers, 3 home runs.
Is that right? 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. The Cubs and the Yankees. The Yankees pile on in game 1, 11-0, as Rodon goes 8 innings pitched, 0 runs, 8 Ks. Bellinger has 3 home runs. And then the Cubs said, cool, what if we win the next 2 and take the series? Game 2, a fantastic game. Matthew Boyd, 8 innings pitched, no runs against him, 6 Ks. Kelly with a home run, and Judge had 5, and a 4-1 win in game 3. Innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 6 Ks. Bush and Swanson each have RBIs. The Mets and the Royals, 2 teams playing in Kansas City. 8-3 in game 1. Lindor, Soto each have home runs, and Michael Walker 5 innings pitched, 1 run, 5 Ks. A 3-1 win in game 2 for the 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 5 Ks, and another Soto home run. He's not an all-star. 3-2 win for the Royals in game 3 as in the bottom of the 9th, Lofton walked single, and Pittsburgh and Minnesota. Minnesota takes the first 2 of this 3-game set with a 2-1 win in game 1. And hey, look at that. It's a Skeens Day loss. 12-4 in game 2 for the Twins. Clemens with a 3-run. Buxton hits for the cycle, and Castro has a home run as well. 2-1 win for the Pirates in game 3 as Pham has a home run. And then top of the 9th, he scores on a ground out. And finally in the interleague, Arizona Diamondbacks and the Angels. 2 teams most people forget about. 6-5, the Angels win game 1. Neto Hada blasts a 2-run shot, and in the bottom of the 9th, Travis d'Arnaud has a walk-off RBI single. A 10-5 win for the Angels 2 as Trout goes yard, and the Angels score 4 in the bottom of the 8th. And finally in game 3, the Diamondbacks get and salvage the series as has 2 RBIs, and Merrill Kelly innings pitched, 1 hit, 6 Ks.
With the 286th pick in the 2025 MLB draft, the Chicago White Sox select Daniel Wright, right-handed pitcher out of Iowa.
That might be their first non-shortstop taken.
Did you guys see that the Philadelphia Phillies have a no-hitter in progress?
I did see that.
It's true. We're through now it's through 9 rounds of the draft, and they have only selected pitchers.
I want to say the Braves did that at one point, like 2 or 3 years ago.
One.
Yeah.
The Angels did it and selected like 17 pitchers, right?
That's correct.
And
it did happen with the Angels.
The Braves are now literally only drafting middle infielders, apparently. Oh no! So actually, it's been pretty mixed. It was 3 straight shortstops to start the draft, which someone let Alex Anthopoulos out of the cage. They lock him in during the draft, I guess. I don't really know who made that decision.
For what it's
AL,
worth, players that are drafted as shortstops, I think generally speaking, they're drafted as shortstops because they're the best athlete.
Yes.
And a good athlete can be moved anywhere. Somebody, especially a high schooler, for example, that's drafted as a shortstop has a chance to be a big leaguer at second, at short, at third, at either of the corner outfield spots. In some cases, if you're a decent enough athlete, a center fielder as well. It's just kind of a projectability bat pick more than anything else.
Right. That's kind of like the White Sox, I think, in their first 2 or 3 rounds took shortstops. And their whole idea was they're going to take – we're talking about the draft while we're in the interleague, but like they said that they're just going to take the best athletes available, and they were all high school shortstop. Think about your high school baseball team. The best player played shortstop or he played center field. So he can pretty much play anything. Like, whatever. In the interleague, though, the Cubs.
That's a good series win for them.
Yeah, taking 2 of 3 from the Yankees after getting beat to hell on Friday night. Like,
And
Matthew Boyd's Saturday start was kind of beautiful. Like, he was like perfect through like 4.5 innings.
this was some
And then
really good
Judge
pitching.
ripped a double.
Like, it's really good pitching in this Chicago Cubs Yankees series. And it's from rotations that, like, 2 years ago, you're not thinking, yeah, the premier pitchers in this were Matthew Boyd and Carlos Rodon on the Cubs and the Yankees. If you told me that 2 years ago, I would have slapped you. But really, like, these are two of some of the best teams in their respective leagues. Like this,
Boy, how much of a revelation has Carlos Rodon been for this Yankees team? Because they are
right?
thin on pitching, especially
Him
with
and
Clark
Fried.
Schmidt going down. Like, they are very thin on pitchers. And it was going to take somebody like Rodon to step up, whether it was him, whether it was Stroman, kind of a veteran that had lost their way. It was going to take them to find it. And I think Rodon's, he's figured something out over the last month or so. He could be a major player come October.
Anybody have anything else in the National League, or like, did they just magically pick the National League games to go, yeah, that's exactly how we thought it would go, or the interleague? Is exactly how we thought it would go.
Continue to point and laugh at the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like,
guys, what's
Boy,
going
they're
on
gonna
out
be
there?
big time sellers.
What's
Eugenio
happening?
Suarez might be the best bat available to deadline. Thoughts on that?
31
And-
home runs quietly.
I think him and O'Hearn are going to be boat racing for that top slugger on the market. I think the edge goes to Suarez, though, because he plays a more defensive premium position. Not necessarily the better than, like, he's about average, maybe slightly below. But Hearn is kind of locked at first or, like, corner outfield. And most teams are looking, not many teams are buying first base, they're buying third.
Eugenio leads the National League in RBIs, so might be a good get for anybody. And he plays indoors, so he can play probably everywhere. Like, and I it's gonna suck to not see him on the Diamondbacks anymore, but he will probably get a pretty penny for them. So I also don't know what his contract looks like.
There are, and this is a tweet from Foolish Baseball. Quote: There are 19 third basemen in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Only 2 of them have more 30 homer seasons than Eugenio Suarez.
Could it happen? Could it happen?
He's going to have a very interesting case.
He's a half-year rental.
Yeah.
Baseball writers are going to have to make a decision.
Oh,
First
no.
time in a while.
You and the baseball writers have to write.
Me when
They
the
actually.
No.
Yeah.
what's he got? Is he a Hall of Famer right now? Is he on track? No.
No.
307 home runs, 909 RBIs, 1,300, almost 1,400 hits.
It depends how much longer he plays, and he'll have an interesting case. But as it stands right now, I mean, just from a WAR perspective, he's not there, and he's not super close.
Yeah, 26 career WAR.
Only a 2-time All-Star. But he's also only 33. He could keep playing for a while, especially
Yeah, true.
The power
He
doesn't
is
fade.
he is the youngest old player ever.
Yeah, I agree.
He is 30. He turns 34 on the 18th. So,
Right, but his bat's gonna play if you put him at DH. Like,
Oh yeah,
It's not really like
and he's having
thing the thing you're buying him for is not going to realistically dip off that quickly.
Yeah, I mean he's hit 31 home runs this year already. He hit 30 last year in 158 games. He's played 95. Like, I don't think he's losing anything right now. To the National League?
Yep.
Sure, yeah. All right, Cleveland and the Chicago White Sox in a 4-game set. Cleveland taking game 1, 4-2 as Schneemann homers. Martinez, and then Schneemann, and then Carlos Santana has a 2-run home. A 5-4 win for the White Sox. Or the first 2 games are a doubleheader here. They win game 2 in the 11th. Sosa has 2 home runs, and then Montgomery scores on a walk. Choice was like dribbled to the pitcher. Hey, sometimes we win soft. I'll find the tweet because it's interesting. 6-2 Cleveland wins in game 3. A 6-5 win in game 4 as Cleveland wins it in the final. In the 10th, Manzardo a 3-run home. What is so funny? 3-run. And top of the 10th, Kwan with a sac fly. Seattle sweeps Detroit 12-3 in game 1. J-Rod with a homer. Raleigh has a home run and a grand slam, his 38th home run of the year. 15-7. Raley, J-Rod, Rosarena, Crawford. Nope, not Crawford. Crawford has 4 RBIs. The other 3 guys have 8-4 in game 3 as J-Rod, Rosarena, Garver, Polanco, and Cole Young each home. Boston sweeps the Rays, and this rivalry is dead. I think. There's nothing that comes out of these games anymore, unfortunately. 4-3 in game 1. Rafaela, RBIs. The Yellow series. 5-4 in game 2. Rafaela has the walk-off 2-run home for the Monster. A 1-0 win in game 3 as Navaez pitched 3 hits, 9 Ks. And a 4-1 win in game 4 with Rafaela hitting a 2-run home run. The Rangers and the Astros. Texas takes game. The Rangers take game 1, 7-3. Garcia and Langford each with 11. Finish game 2. The Astros take it 5-4. Altuve, Diaz, Dubon. Zach Short walks it off. That's not his name. Short walks it off with an RBI single. Game 3, a 5-1 win. Simeon, each homer, and Eovaldi goes 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, Ks. Toronto wins game 1, 7-6. Toronto, they scored 7 unanswered by the top, and then they let the Athletics make it close by the end, but they do win. The Athletics take the next 2. Rooker with a 2-run home run. Jacob Lopez with 5 innings pitched, 5 Ks. And in game 3 with wins, homering Soderstrom and Kurtz as well. What is so funny?
Dude, your mic keeps clipping.
If you're listening along at home, I promise that John had some interesting things to say. I'm sorry that you couldn't hear much of it.
Either it's your connection or it's your noise gate, like your
I think it's
noise
got to be a
suppression.
noise gate thing. We'll troubleshoot this after the episode.
I sit like this. Can you hear me?
Oh my god.
We're going to have to compress that for the episode. With the 297th pick in the MLB draft, the Tampa Bay Rays select Trendon Parrish.
Trendon?
Out of Texas Tech. Let's look at the standings in the American League, starting east to west. The Toronto Blue Jays lead the American League East at the All-Star break. Who saw that coming? 55-41. They're 2 games up on the New York Yankees. The Boston Red Sox trail by 3 games. They currently hold a wild card spot, as the Yankees do as well. Tampa Bay Rays starting to fade. 50-47. They're still above 500, but they're 5.5 back in the division. The Baltimore Orioles 11.5 back in the division. They are all but a lost cause. In the American League Central, the Detroit Tigers with a comfortable 11.5 game lead in the division. They have the biggest division lead of any other team. They're the only team above 500 in the AL Central at 59. And 38, the best record in baseball. Following them up, the Twins, the Royals, and the Guardians, all of which are either 4 or 4.5 games back. And the Chicago White Sox are 27 out of the division. In the AL West, the Houston Astros, 56 and 40. They lead the division. The Seattle Mariners, 5 games back. They hold the final wild card spot at 51 and 45. Everybody below them in the division below 500. The Texas Rangers, just 1 game below 500 at 48 and 49. 47 and 49 is the Angels. They're 9 back in the division. And the Athletics of formerly Oakland, currently Sacramento, 41 and 57. They are 16 games out of the division lead.
I mean, Boston. What?
Boston?
Yeah, why are they good now? Why is that?
Stop
funny?
it.
That
Quit
bugs
that.
me.
Stop doing that.
Knock it off. I just
How do
I'm
they
gonna
not
stop
wait?
thinking about you for the year. Don't make me think about you again. Don't do it.
How do they not buy at the deadline?
They're going to.
They're
They should-
2
they should
games
go
out of
and
first
get
place.
They should
They're
go out
3
and get
games.
a bat. They could really use a bat. Somebody like Rafi Devers, I think, could be good for them.
Yeah, somebody could play third.
Yeah, Rafa Devers. Well, I don't know. I mean, you could ask him to play first. You don't really have a ton of people over there.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
If
I'm
you're
sure he'd
polite
be
about
willing.
it.
I'm sure he'd be.
I
Willing.
hear he
Polite about
says
it, I'm
he'll
sure.
play wherever.
Yeah.
All right, less jokingly, I think Eugenio Suarez might actually do that. I think he might actually move over to first.
Yeah,
Or
I
McMahon.
can see him doing that.
Or McMahon. He did it before
McMahon.
when the Rockies made a bad decision in defensive alignment.
Which time was
one
that?
time.
No,
be more-
he played
I'm
first
kidding.
base when they were still trying to roll out Josh Fuentes at third base. And Fuentes, to his credit, was an above average defender as well. But that was just kind of a bad decision in general.
I vividly remember there being a game where Elihuris Montero started at first and it put him at second base.
I don't believe Aluris Montero is even playing affiliated baseball anymore, but I have a fun story to share about him, H, that I don't think you know. So I'll wait till this episode's over and we'll talk about Aluris Montero a little bit deeper.
Okay. The rest of the AL then. Houston, what happened? What happened? Are we serious? You almost didn't win a single game this series, and you got walked off. You got a walk-off from Zach Short.
Is that his name?
Not Zach.
Is that not Zach Short?
Dude,
Like the shortstop?
I was convincing him. I was
fielder?
convinced I was mixing up names with him and people at Mizzou.
No, I swear it's Zach Short, right?
I think it is.
I'm looking at the box score. I'm looking right now. Short.
Okay, then it's Zach Short.
It's
click
Zach
on him?
Short.
What's it say?
Don't mess with me
All
like
right.
that. That's Zach
All right.
Short.
Oh, by the
Play
way-
for the Braves.
By the way, Montero played for Hiroshima this year.
Nice.
Or is playing for them. 53
don't,
games.
Don't do it,
Nope.
John. Don't say anything.
Don't do
Do
it.
not say anything. Don't say
Ooh.
anything.
2 bombs.
Fuck. Stop it.
We might have to cut that.
Oh my god.
Word is he announced 2 home runs?
I can see the pain in your eyes right now, H. Let's move forward with the 302nd pick in the 2025 MLB draft. The Seattle Mariners select Isaac Lyon, right-handed pitcher, Grand Canyon University.
Oh, that guy's really good at baseball.
Stop, John. The Athletics took a series from the division-leading Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Toronto Blue Jays maintained their lead in the division, which I think is just as notable.
Which I think they're probably pretty glad that the Yankees were playing Chicago for that. But also, you can't do that. You cannot go to West Sacramento and lose. Take it from someone who watched Didier Fuentes go back-to-back with Jesse Chavez for 4 innings in West Sacramento and lose. That you can't do that. You can't do that.
Can't do it.
I don't want to talk about the Braves, so we're not going to talk about them.
We don't have
Seattle's
to.
swept Detroit,
Detroit. I feel like
which is objectively funny because whenever Seattle leaves Seattle, they learn how to hit again.
right. Like
Why don't they restructure their park?
it's the batter's eye, right? I feel like I remember reading
No,
something where it's like
it's
the
the
weird batter's eye.
it's the batter's eye. It's the way wind moves through the stadium. It's a bunch of different things that all work together to make it the worst hitting in the league.
Bring back the Kingdom.
Like they literally went to the deepest park in the league and has 12 and 15 runs in the first. Why can't they do that at home?
They had a better home ballpark. I don't know.
But the T-Mobile Field is so nice, or whatever it's called. T-Mobile. Is it Field?
Park.
T-Mobile Park.
Yeah, because
T-Mobile Field is something
be,
else.
It used to be Safeco, but then they rebranded.
Right. I love when John just disappears.
I also like that.
Anything else in the American League?
A severed hand, apparently. I have nothing else. Do we want to get to our other topics today?
Yeah, sure. The other topics, the draft. We kind of already talked about it.
Yeah,
These guys
continuing
may
to
play
talk about
baseball
it.
soon.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting interest at the top of the draft. I think this year is in the years that I've been following and actively paying attention to it, which is the last 6 or 7 years, basically. This is the most chaotic top 10 that I remember. I mean, we were entering draft day knowing basically one pick out of the entire top 10, which is super rare.
Yeah, and you guys end up with Ethan Holiday, which I'm sure you're excited about.
Ecstatic.
My thing is like, so inside baseball here. Adam texted us and asked who's the most successful family in baseball, and we all kind of agree. Like, if as long as Ethan and Jackson play for a good amount of time, it's them. It's the Holidays.
I think right now the pantheon is like it's the Griffies, it's the Bonzes, it's I guess you could put like the Alus in that category as well.
Yeah. Who else did I say? I don't
The
remember.
Molinas, maybe?
Yeah, the Molinas I think have a case for it. But I mean, you've got the Holidays who had a 10-year big leaguer in Matt, several time All-Star, and then you've got Jackson and Ethan who are both pushing onto the scene now and could be perennial All-Stars, and you know, one more kid, Reed, who's still in high school. Like, in theory, this could be one of the all-time baseball families that we have in the making right now.
What position does Reed play?
I'm sure that at some point he will be a shortstop as well.
Kind of crazy how they like perfectly like spread them out so that like they each get years in high school. And stuff.
Well, yeah, it's because they're related to the baseball coach at Oklahoma State. Like I think it's their uncle is the coach.
I mean,
there.
they live in Stillwater.
So Matt's the pitching coach. The head coach is their uncle.
Right. So it's like they live in Stillwater.
Who, by the way, also had big league experience.
Matt Holliday had big league experience?
No, the head coach.
He didn't?
He did.
Who is it?
Matt Holliday?
What's his name?
Matt Holliday had big league experience.
Right.
What's Matt Holliday's brother?
Matt Holliday's brother, I believe, also had big league experience.
Okay. Because I know I saw something where Jackson was like, yeah, I didn't have like official offers, but like my uncle called me and was like, if you are going to college, you're coming to Oklahoma State.
Correct.
Which like, duh. Why?
That does have to be weird though. Like you're coaching Oklahoma State, and you've got this family that is like literally your coaching family, and they're like, "Screw you guys! I'm gonna go play high A." Like,
it's like, do I want to play?
Like
with
we could be really good if
to
Jackson and Ethan and Reed all played for us for like 1 year together.
It's like, do I want to go play in the Big 12 or go play with Mickey Doolittle's employers? And the answer was somehow Bowie, Maryland.
I can't wait to go spend my summer with the Everett Aqua Sox. Boy, I'm so excited to be with the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
The Delmarva
Okay,
Shorebirds are calling, Mom. I gotta go.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Why can't we take some of the names from like AAA and AA and make them the names of the major league teams?
I'm
Thoughts?
sorry, dude.
No, out.
No.
Out on that.
If I am playing a major league team and I see the El Paso Chihuahuas wearing their
not all of them.
They wore their
Hang on.
SpongeBob jerseys during Robinson Cano's debut with the team in 2022.
That's true.
The first picture you saw of Robinson Cano as a Padre is in a SpongeBob El Paso Chihuahuas jersey, and then he got picked up by the Braves.
Okay, not all of them.
That's
not
not
all of
Major
them.
League.
Like what? Why can't for one series the Mets become the Rumble Ponies? Like,
Not all of them, he says, and he picks the Rumble Ponies.
Yeah. I
or who's
a matter of personal pride am against the Savannah Banana-ism of Major League Baseball.
Yes.
I agree. Like, why can't the Rockies become the Yard Goats?
No.
The Rockies will become the Grand Junction Humpback Chubs for one game only.
Adam, can you name the mascot
Humpback
names?
Chubs lose that game, then they'll play as the Jackalopes next season.
Did that actually happen?
There's another story for me to tell off air.
Well, anyway. Well,
Adam,
the Rocky. I heard the Northern Colorado Owls name is open, so they could try that one.
Yeah, that's true. Formerly Orem Owls.
Adam, can you name the mascot names of the Yard Goats?
Yard.
There's two.
Like Chomper.
Yes, Chompers.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And?
Okay.
Stomper.
No.
Oh, Chomper Stomper? No.
Billy.
Choo Choo.
No. Choo Choo with like how you eat food. Is that how it's spelled?
That's so dumb.
No way.
That's so
Yeah.
dumb. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's do the Rockies still have a mascot or not really?
Dinger.
Is he like actually at the park?
He sure is.
Okay.
Even
all right.
after the Miami Marlins incident, he still travels with the team.
Wait.
I
don't know
an
that.
Off-air story. That's an off-air story.
There's another story to tell off air.
Oh, and then what's John? What's the Braves guy's name? Braves is Blooper, right?
Used to be
Blooper.
Homer, which was just the ball. It was just kind of Mr. Met's like awkward half cousin. And then it was Chief Nakahoma, who has since been dutifully retired for good reason.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Mr. Met fall off the stage?
I did see that. That was very funny at the Lumineers concert.
And if I was at a Lumineers concert, Ophelia, first time that comes on, I'm sailing over the edge too. I paid $40 for grocery store music.
Absolutely, dude. The Lumineers got some bangers. No, but the on the topic of mascots, the Braves, unfortunately, they went from Walmart brand Mr. Met to racism to Walmart brand Philadelphia Fanatic.
No, other way around. They went from racism to Walmart brand Mr. Met to like evil fanatic.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Did you
They
guys-
haven't quite got it right yet. I'll be honest. They just haven't quite got it right yet.
Look, I mean,
Did you guys?
If they want, yeah, no.
Do the White Sox even have a mascot?
Yeah, Southpaw,
Okay, yeah.
the big green monster guy.
Okay.
No, the Big Green Monster is in Boston.
Yeah.
I don't really get it, but it's whatever. Did you guys see the Tigers mascot trying to do the fish toss with the Seattle Mariners this weekend?
Yeah, he got like
And then they beat
attacked.
the crap out of him. Yeah, and then they beat the crap out of him. It was Randy, Julio, and they beat the crap out of him.
That was really funny.
All right, all-star stuff. Who wins the Derby? Because we don't have brackets, so we can't post
That's
brackets.
right.
We should do brackets for social media.
How?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point, actually. That's a good point.
You know what?
Let's
I
read.
do not. Yeah, I do not think it will be Brett Rooker. I'm just gonna come out and say it immediately. I do not think it'll be Brett Rooker.
Hey, don't
Give
O'Neal
me
on B Rook.
Give me your final. Give me your final two players.
So here's the field before we get there.
Oh yes.
Matthew Wilson, Atlanta Braves. Jimmy Wood, Washington Nationals. Junior Caminero, Tampa Bay Rays. Cal Tobias, Seattle Mariners. Jazz Janawantananon, New York Yankees. I just closed the tab. Aniel Cruz, Pittsburgh Pirates. Brent the Rocking Chair Rooker, Athletics, formerly of Oakland, currently of Sacramento, in the future of Las Vegas.
You killed John.
Byron Buxton.
And Byron Buxton. With a flourish. So, all right. So here's.
That's on me. That's on me.
Jazz, what's I don't want to.
That's a reference from before your time.
All right. So here's my prediction. I'll give mine first.
Please.
I think the final is between Junior Caminero and probably Cal Raleigh. Maybe not though. Like I really hope he didn't take time to figure out how to hit home and mess up his full swing. So whatever. My other prediction is that Anya will hit a ball so hard to the 7-year-old standing in center field in Atlanta that they have to stop the round mid-round to get him off the field.
It's like when that kid tore his ACL chasing a Pete Alonso fly ball in Coors a couple of years back.
Yes.
Look, this is
Except this one will just be like a line drive.
Yeah, this is not my original joke.
miles an hour.
I do think O'Neal Cruz will be the first player to strike out at the home run derby. I saw it on Twitter or something. I'm like, hey, you know what? Yep.
That's
And
pretty funny.
Look, there's a reason Ozzy Albies isn't in this because there is no pop-up to second derby. But our modern advances in medicine may make that possible one day. I do think Cal Raleigh makes a final. I think Byron Buxton gets there too.
I like that.
I think Buxton
I think is a safe bet just because I think you could argue, has the best athleticism of anybody in this field.
Right.
My biggest hope is that Junior Caminero somehow wins it, and the bat flip just it goes to actual Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam, who's your two?
Aniel Cruz has the power to hit a baseball to actual Atlanta from Cobb County, so
yeah,
because
is it oriented right?
Well,
no,
the outfield
pop one back.
The outfield is pointed southeast towards the city. Like left field,
yes.
You can see if you're sitting in the 400s, you can see Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the distance from left field.
You know what's crazy about that? Is Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta?
Yeah, no, it's in Cityland.
So why couldn't they just put Truist Park right next to it?
Because that's where the Georgia. They weren't built at the same time.
Correct.
Well, they could have been.
They built Mercedes-Benz right next to the Georgia Dome, and they demolished the Georgia Dome and built the Home Depot backyard.
It's true.
Tear down the backyard, put the baseball stadium there. Adam, who's your two?
With the 315th pick in the 2025 MLB draft, the Los Angeles Dodgers select Jacob Frost, left-handed pitcher, Kansas State. With that, we will have a 1-hour recess until the draft picks back up for round 11. So that's the last update you'll be hearing from me. As far as the home run derby goes, I am rooting for Junior Caminero just because Junior Caminero fits into my archetype of favorite type of baseball player, which is just really, really fun to watch. Player from Central America that has a lot of personality, a really good swing, and enjoys the heck out of playing baseball, right? He's somebody to me that's in the same archetype as a Yoenis Cespedes. He's somebody that's in the same archetype as like a Carlos Gonzalez going further back, Gerardo Parra rather, to a certain extent as well. He's just the kind of guy that I like rooting for, so I'm riding with him this time. That being said, the home run derby is about hitting the baseball as hard as you can. There is nobody that hits baseballs harder than Oniel Cruz, and nobody has ever hit baseball harder than Oniel Cruz currently does. So if he wins, I won't be surprised. I'm not picking him, but I won't be surprised.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at.
Well,
Lieber, who you rocking with?
I already said.
Yeah, but tell me again.
I'm rooting for Cal Raleigh because it just makes sense as the only guy who's hit more than 25 home runs to start the year to actually do the home run derby. I feel he should win by default because he's got 24 home runs more competing. But I think it'll be between him and Caminero.
Suppose we'll see.
All right, I believe it is time for the immaculate grid.
Grid.
John, what's the grid?
It's like 3 squares by 3 squares, and you put a guy in. It's a 3x3 grid, 3 rows, 3 columns, 9 intersections. You have stats, player awards, and teams. You have to match the row with the column.
Seemed hard for you to say that, bud. You okay?
I haven't had any coffee today. I'm very tired. It is 3:12 p.m. and I'm fighting for my life.
Anyways, the rows are the White Sox, the Los Angeles Angels, and the Hall of Fame. And the columns are the Orioles, Braves, and 2,000 strikeouts in a
Let's see. Braves, White Sox.
White Sox 2,000 plus Ks in a career. James Shields.
Braves, White Sox, Braden Shoemake.
I love that guy. I was there when he hit his first major league home run, which might be his only major league home run.
I was there when he threw a ball to me and my friends at a Gwinnett Stripers game, and it bounced right behind me, and my friend, a Cubs fan who does not care about Braves baseball, got it and kept it.
That Loki would have made me very angry.
Here's the thing, John. Doesn't matter because I don't think he's playing baseball anymore.
Probably not. That was the last real position player the Braves drafted before this draft, by the way.
I have an
Sox.
Oriole Angel nomination.
Okay.
Aaron Hicks.
True.
Almost clicked Aaron Hill. Not that guy. Hey guys, just in case you were wondering, Odrosmer Despaigne does not have 2,000.
Cool.
That's good to know.
Orioles, White Sox, Nick Maton. Wow, John, that's such a good pick. Thanks, everyone.
Good work, John.
Thanks.
Why he like that?
He just wants attention. I get it.
Guys. Braves Angels. The Goose.
Braves
Phil
Angels.
Gosselin. Phil Gosselin.
Oh.
Could have also gone Kurt Suzuki here.
Where's Phil Gosselin from? Played with the kid who was really good at baseball with that last name. Virginia. Nope. Yeah, Virginia. Never mind. Doubt he resides in Indiana now. We need an Angel with 2,000 plus career strikeouts, and then the Hall of Fame section. Back home again.
Angels 2000 career strikeouts. Kenley Jansen?
There's no way Jansen has 2,000 strikeouts.
No.
Danny
He's been playing
Jansen
for-
might.
Yeah, but relievers never get there.
Yeah.
He has 1256.
What about... Did one of... Hold on. I'm trying to think.
Sounds good. Bartolo
Maddox?
Colon is definitely there.
Yeah.
Might have to go Bartolo here. I can't really think of it.
John Lackey. Is John Lackey there?
I'm just trying to think who pitched at any point for, like, the California Angels. How about, like, Dan Herron? Dan Herron probably got to 2K, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Dan Herron got to 2K. And I know he played for the Angels.
Dan Herron?
At iThrow88 on Twitter.
Does somebody know how to spell his last name?
H-A-R-E-N.
Oh, I got it. He's there. Thank you.
Big.
He looks a lot like the All-American.
He kind of does. That's actually
okay, we need an Orioles Hall of Famer, a Braves Hall.
What?
Yeah, I didn't catch any of that.
We need a Braves Hall of Famer,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
an Orioles Hall of Famer,
Okay.
and a 2,000-plus career strikeout Hall of Famer.
Okay. We can do that.
Okay. Braves
Mr.
Hall of Famer?
Sansoni? Yeah, please.
My first instinct was Joe Torre.
Okay.
I could
Okay.
also see, like, someone who, like, played, like, very briefly, like Billy Wagner.
John, this is fully your choice.
Correct. Entirely you. I have the Hall of Famer when you're done, so no pressure.
You know what? Actually, no. Cy Young.
D?
Yes.
The one and only.
Okay, good. We need an Orioles Hall of Famer.
The Major League Baseball Hall of Famer, by the way, should be Roy Halladay.
What?
For 2K strikeouts, Major League Hall of Famer.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just saying Roy Halladay would fit that category.
Okay, fine.
I don't know why we pick anybody for immaculate, dude. I'm just saying that's somebody.
Roy Halladay is clicked. We need an Orioles Hall of Famer.
Cal Ripken Jr.
Ryan O'Hearn.
That is a terrible choice. How about Luis Aparicio? That guy.
How about
Aparicio.
Vladimir Guerrero?
Yes, John. Somebody make a choice.
Vladimir Guerrero, Sr.
Not to be confused with Junior.
Yes.
Yeah, the one that's not in the Hall of Fame.
Someday.
Final score of 10.
Okay.
Hardest spot on the grid today was Angels Braves. Nope, I'm sorry. Angels Orioles. Cool. The Diamondbacks drafted Craig Counsell's son.
Nice.
Just so everybody
Wow.
knows.
Yeah, well, if you really think about it, The Houston Astros drafted Zach.A. So, consider that as well.
So why would they call him Craig Counsell if it's not a council and it's just one guy?
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Chatting Average. If you want to follow us on the Chatting AVG, I guess that's called X now, the Everything app.
Do they actually have everything on X, the Everything app?
A lot of
I don't know. I've never used Grok.
Ever since they changed the name, everything they've added has been
Bad.
Should I
bad.
ask Grok?
No.
No.
Hey Grok,
No.
Don't
do you guys
ask
have
Grok.
everything?
I don't think Grok. I don't trust Grok to say anything that will be safe for radio. Not anymore.
No.
Hey, Brock, how is Aluris Montero doing this season? Thanks for
you
listening
can find
to
us
the
on
Chatting Average.
YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, and Apple Podcasts. We'll get this out as soon as we can, but other than that,
Who are you saying that to? The people that have listened to the whole show?
I'm convincing myself. It's gonna happen.
It'll happen.
It'll happen.
Well, we
It'll
have
happen.
home run derby predictions. So
Yeah, and I have a game to call at 7, and
all you have to do is clip the front, clip the end, clip the thing in the middle, and we're good.
I don't know if I'm gonna.
Sounds
Do I
easy
need to
enough.
clip that thing in the middle? Do I need to clip the whole?
You don't necessarily need to.
I don't think I need.
Thank
to.
you guys for listening. Like, subscribe, rate, download. Tell your friends that there's a hilarious baseball podcast that we're all like really well connected. All right, we'll see y'all later.
We're very well
Next
connected.
episode, I promise that John's microphone's gonna work. I promise.
We'll try.